Our battered caravan approaches Admeg. In the distance, you can see blood in the sand, where half a dozen adult bone dogs decided to ambush us. The result wasn't pretty. A lot of our people went down, but thankfully, because we have a record of being beaten up and getting, back on our feet, only poor Daisy is in a recovery coma. And while limping, we are at least walking. Must be a sorry sight for all the Shek. These flatskins, not able to hold their own against the wildlife. But in our defense, half a dozen bone dogs are extremely fierce. And so we've got some time to heal up. Some layover time, some downtime in the city of Admeg. And boy, what a city it was. The tavern, as always, is full of rumors. But there are some interesting people here. The Shek over here, is Rain the Giant. As Ruka is able to vouch for him, when we get into conversation, she told us that she used to be one of the 100 Giants, which are like the elite bodyguard of the Stone Golem, that being the leader of the Shek, which happens to reside here in Admeg. Unfortunately, Rain had lost her position, as she had recently been challenged and lost, and is now looking to set out. As the hours dragged on and the nomads eventually left, we spoke more and more. We had a frank conversation, we even took off our helmets for once. And while our squad has basically taken over the bar, we hammered out a deal with Rain. She'd be welcome to accompany us, reclaim her honor, and possibly at some point her spot in the 100 Guardians. Maybe even work her way up to the elite of the elite, the 5 Invincibles, which are the actual personal bodyguard of the Stone Golem. But for now, she would accompany us on our adventures. And as we introduced everyone, Rain looked around and asked, What do we call ourselves? It's a valid question. And up until now, we haven't actually put too much thought into that. We recruited friends along the way, even paid a couple of them, but never have we actually figured out what we go by as a group. And so we sat there talking for a few minutes until it eventually dawned on us. We, as a group of people, are of all sorts of races, hailing from different sorts of lands, different goals in life, different outlooks, different dreams, perhaps. But we are all united by one thing: our companions, our friends. We don't follow the usual structure of the Holy Empire, or the United Citizens, even the Shek for that matter. We don't really belong to any group. And that's the way we like it. We are the Unbound, and Rain would be more than happy to travel with us. And so, with that question answered, I think it's time we head back out. The Unbound have goals, we have places to be, and I think it's about time we get going. We came across the ruins, the aftermath of a Shek patrol encountering a wolf den, which is actually good timing, because we had some, food was running a little low. We had some raw meat on us. We got a lot more raw meat here. Hops pulled like 40 teeth from all the unconscious bone dogs in a minute, so I'd call him the dentist, but I don't know if they have dentists still in this post-apocalypse. I don't think they do. Anyway, that is beside the point. I'd like to go over a few things here real quick while I have your attention, and while we, have some calm. I'd like to show you Rain's stats, for example. This is what a X100 Guardian looks like. 26 melee attack, 20 melee defense, good weapon skills, good strength, good dexterity, no toughness for some reason. But, you know, this is a really solid fighter. For 7,500 cats, you get a Shek, extra body health, which is just insanely good. Your Sheks are always going to be your tanks. The downside is they eat a bit more, but honestly, that's not much of a downside. They are a beast, an actual beast. Good luck trying to have them lose a limb. I mean, you're going to be able to if you fight the wrong thing, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard. And because of his good heavy weapon skill, and his strength, and the fact that Shek get strength a bit faster, I've taken away Crumblejohn's fragment axe, which used to weigh, 12 kilos. You need basically double the weight of your weapon in strength to be able to wield it effectively. So while Rain can't quite wield it yet, she'll learn in time. And meanwhile, she's going to be able to put that fragment axe to a lot better use than Crumblejohn did. And we found a plank here in the field, so he can still use a heavy weapon if he wants to, although I'll probably switch him over at some point. But yeah, that's basically why I brought Crumblejohn. No, why I brought Rain. It's really, really good. Actually really good. We get crappy gear, but that's beside the point. Get a longsword. I guess it's alright. Very light for a saber, but too straight and heavy to classify as a katana. Yeah. Interesting stuff. But yeah, we're going to continue cooking. I'm going to rest up a bit. I did splint my leg. We got some splint kits in AdMag. That should help with the movement speed a bit. Because effectively, if you splint up a leg, you'll make it, of course, easier to walk on. And also, if you splint a leg, it's harder to have that limb cut off in combat, because you've got something reinforcing it. Pro tip if you want to hold on to your meaty bits. Anyway, the Unbound are going to continue their journey now. We'll probably stop in this waypoint over here, or this way station rather. Then we'll head back to Squin. After which we'll set out for one more journey here to the swamp. And funnily enough, after all that, after all our travels, we're not going to have left this little circle. This is all of the world we've seen so far. Not even a quarter. Not even a full quarter of it. Many adventures still await the Unbound. Many interesting sights. Many interesting people. And we've already got a decent motley crew. While on our trip home, we encountered some ruins. A quick investigation concluded that these are Shek ruins. Mostly because of the absurd amount of fragment axes and planks and stuff lying around. Here, just have a look. Fragment axe. 4 of them near just one building. But there's more here than just fragment axes. There is some high-grade rusty chainmail hidden in here, apparently. As well as some standard grade over here. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to just leave the rest of the people there, and we're going to go and get that rusty chainmail. We also found more stuff along the way. We came across a quick animal camp. Nothing too severe. Honestly, that's not bad. It's good for heavy fighters. We're going to get hit a lot, our tanks, so probably our Sheks. They also have the strength to be able to wear something that weighs 10 kilos. Let's get that rusty chainmail. Yeah, this is one of the ways you can earn a bit of money in the game. Going to and looting ruins. You can find books here, depending on, of course, the what the ruins were pre-ruination. Or you can find equipment here. Actual decent equipment. Now there's a squad of berserkers down there. They are mad Shek, and they have good stats. I don't know if they're friendly. We can have a look. They technically don't count as hostile, but we know how the Shek and their combat challenges are. Ooh. 25% cut resistance, 60% cut resistance efficiency, 10% blunt resistance, 11 points of harpoon resistance. Value 17,000, selling price would be 4,300. And skills, yeah, that's gonna go to hell. Interesting to note, the only thing that, like, gets better is the stealth. Ooh. But yeah, as the description states, a chain undershirt provides a reliable second layer of defense. 100% coverage of your arms, stomach, and chest. So that's these 4 zones all covered by one piece of equipment. Now the trade-off is that it's bloody heavy. But that is a real good find, I'd say. I'll probably have either Ruka or Rain wear it at some point. Anyway, here's our current inventory for our bull. We've got our loaded up to 50 out of 25 weight. I did a little bit of mining on the way while we were camped. Because, frankly, you have a strength of 3 still. Now, that is because you're a pup. It's going to go up, but I'd like it to go up a little bit faster. Because that means you'll be able to carry even more. Right now, we can carry 250 kilos, basically, without being encumbered. That needs to be more in the future. But, yeah, we're gonna maybe swoop up some more of the raw iron here on the ground. There's not much else to loot, like we could maybe get some fabric, but that doesn't really sell for much. The only thing I will get, however, is the tools. Over here. Tools can actually be used to cut through locks and to remove slave shackles. So I feel like having some tools as a backup, in case we ever do get into trouble, it's not the worst idea. I also bought a hacksaw back in AdMag for the exact same reason. Could be used to remove slave shackles. You never want to prepare for something after it happens. You want to be ready for it. And that's kind of the philosophy we're going for here. Hopefully it's going to pay off. We also still have like 6 arms here. I've been slowly feeding them to Daisy as we go along. Matter of fact, here you go, Daisy, have fun. Immediately zooms off. I've given her a job to bodyguard Rain and stay close to Rain. Basically, if you just, like, go to anyone and hold right click, and then left click bodyguard, you'll get the bodyguard staying close. That means that, you know, if they zoom off with limbs, they will return, eventually. Which is nice. You'll get a bit of athletics training for it as well. Speaking of Daisy, she's actually getting pretty old now. She's a teen. Her stat modifier is 0.53. If it gets to 0.66, she's considered an adult. And sadly, her hunger rate will continue to go up as well. But she's becoming a killing machine. That's pretty good. Oh, those... Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, those are skin spiders. Those are nasty. Look at those stats. 25 dexterity, 21 attack. They're just teens as well, that's the thing. They get meaner, apparently. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Let's not get anywhere near those, okay? Ugh. Normal spiders are bad enough, but these have little tiny arms. And their heads are made of pure horror. Ugh. Oh, man. Let's just burn this entire area. I know there's not much vegetation here, but let's just burn it all and leave. I'm gonna do my very best to stay away from them. Nope, there we go. Daisy has eaten the arm. It's a real good way of feeding your animals, actually. Just cut off people's limbs. Anyway, we are slowly getting closer to Squin. Shouldn't be too long until we get there. And then one last journey we do, before settling down a bit. Funnily enough, it's not actually our visit to the way station that we planned on that was the most interesting. It was leaving it. First we got ambushed by 5 bone dogs, not helped by the fact that Bard still has his crossbow. He actually hit me a few times. He hit me once in the head. I'm pretty sure he hit a few others as well. And that's where most of our casualties went. But then some skin spiders showed up, and well, it's another one right there. I'm gonna tell Bart to shoot his face off. Or, you know, miss. Let's just hit the tree trunk right in front of us. That's what you have a crossbowman for. Oh well. But yeah, there wasn't really anything interesting in Way Station. Nobody particular of interest, but, you know, got some more meat here. All these stupid bone dogs trying to attack us. And skin spiders. Let's have a quick look at them. I'll continue medicing people up. We have slowly gone through all the tiny medkits. And we have some larger ones now. You're a teen. That's fine, you'll be dead in a second. So are you. So are you. I think these were the spiders from earlier that we saw. And we can yank their teeth out. Brilliant. They sell for a bit more, I guess. There we go. Beautiful. Bard, how are your stats looking? Well, his friendly fire avoidance is getting pretty good, which means he has shot a lot of people. But that's why we gave him a junk bow, you know? It's crap. He's got the accuracy deviation down to 7.4, which is actually pretty good. He shaved a whole 2 degrees of error off of that. But, you know, it's gonna remain crap. But the key here is, the damage it does is only 14 to 25. That's not a lot. Required skill 90. Seriously, game? You need 90 skills to handle that piece of junk? I mean, I guess. But yeah, that's why we have a tougher time at fights. It's because of the darn crossbow. But one day, I have faith that one day, that crossbow is going to be very useful. But that day is not today. It's always nice to be home, even if it doesn't really feel like home yet. To make it home, we need to be able to research. None of us really have the scientific mind required to research with any sort of degree of efficiency. Alas, we have heard stories that there might be someone in the swamps, funnily enough, that might know a thing or two about science and medicine at the same time. And that's why we'll need one last journey before we can really start to work on making this place feel like home. And then, well, it's going to get a little cramped. We already have quite a few people. And I don't intend to slow down. In fact, I would like a few more hivers, preferably. Oh, well, here comes the baggage check. Yep, there we go. That's all fine. Show me your gear. Even though we're carrying plenty of stolen stuff, none of it's from the sheks. That'll be fine. We're gonna leave some people behind here. I don't think Shrike, I don't think you're going to be part of my combat squad in the future. I'll probably have you running weaponsmithing and armor smithing at the base, and then some other laboring. Beep, he's probably going to remain behind as well. I do like Beep, don't get me wrong. I would love to see him more alongside us, but at the same time, he is a hive worker. He's really good at laboring and farming. Not so much cooking, but you know. He also has a 0.5 racial hunger rate. So basically, for every Greenlander we have, we could have 2 hive workers. Sadly, they're not easy to recruit. Not easy to find either. So tracking down some more hive workers is going to be a challenge, but I do like having them. It makes sense, in my mind, to have them as farmers. Not because they're, like, useless drones or anything, no, au contraire. They have a valuable skill set. And there's a hungry bandit leader that decided to attack us. After wandering into town. After she attacked us outside of town. Came up walking, he's like, hey, I don't want combat, but my squad's gonna attack you immediately anyway. So we're gonna have combat. And now she's full of regret. Yeah. Didn't actually hit us though, so there's no bounty involved. Funnily enough. But yeah, she's being run out of town right now. Infinite Wing Wang, in his infinite wisdom and skill, has just put an end to her flight. And to her by the look of things. Brutal. Perhaps, but efficient, no doubt. I did have a look, by the way. We cannot put down any stone processors inside the building. Has to be outside. And because we're in a town, we won't be able to do anything like that. So we're not going to set up a mining enterprise here, or anything like that. Tempting though it might be. Let's get everyone inside. We're going to put down the beds here, I imagine. We'll let people sleep it off. I'll send the others eventually to the police station to do training on the dummies because, well, let's be honest, they might be farmers here instead of, like, anything else. That doesn't mean they can't use a bit of combat skill. Speaking of combat skill, I'm gonna go get me some more. There's bandits all over the place. Oh, this one has apparently lost a leg at +5 health. That's okay, sure. Sorry, buddy, nothing personal. It's just you are an easy dummy to beat up on. We don't even get a lot of skill for it anymore because we're attacking, you know, someone that's very weak for us. Getting a bit of dexterity, though. Matter of fact, could I? Probably not. I'd like to use the ninja blade for a little bit, but... sod it. Chuck some things, get out the ninja blade. Attacking with a lighter weapon is going to make it so you get more dexterity. I don't think it's going to make a difference in this case, because he is so weak. But you can see the difference in, like, attack speed. And it's only going to get more pronounced when we continue to get dexterity and stuff. No, that's mine. You don't get to keep that, buddy. Don't be silly. I'd say you get to keep your life, but, well, not even that. Anyway, we're gonna go pack up, sell some stuff, and we'll be on our way to the Swamplands. A day or two later, when we were finally healed up and ready to go, I noticed that there was a tech hunter and a wandering assassin fighting the dust bandits over here. Look, there he is right there. He's still limping, but the tech hunter survived. So did the wandering assassin. He wandered off. But dust bandits, yeah, they're pretty much all dead. And then came some hungry bandits. They're now all dying. I think now is the time that we say goodbye to Beep and Shrike. They stay behind. We split up some of the load so that we only carry the essentials. We sold all the dust bandit stuff. We earned like 20-ish thousand cats from selling other things. We even got a high quality junk bow for Bard. So he's going to be a bit more accurate now, doing a tiny bit more damage. But in game terms, I'll show you real quick. If we go to squad over here, you can then make a second squad. And once we start dragging people into there, you will see that we now have a second squad window. Now, they won't have any ability to grab food from Tasha anymore, or Bull, because she is in a different squad. So each squad will have to carry their own food. But this is a good way for organizing your people once you get a larger faction. And since Beep and Shrike are going to be my non-combat people, I've just loaded them down with all sorts of stuff that we're not really going to need. So if we find stuff out there in the swamp, which I'm sure we will at some point, we now have the space to drag it back. And the carrying capacity. Tasha is no longer super overweight. She's got a bit of working out done. Strength is now 6, but she's still a teen, so her strength will improve over time because of her getting older. Daisy is now actually an adult at 0.62 stat multiplier, which is pretty cool. Her limbs have now a health of 132, and she's getting a lot faster, which is also a very good thing. It means that we might be able to actually get away from things. But yeah, I think now is going to be a good time for us to head to the swamp. One more thing, I did actually snag up a map of the swamp. Tech Hunter notes for the swamps, we'll read those in a second, and a map of the United Cities, Central Territories. So we'll take a look at those first. We learn 14 new locations, and they're all situated roughly over here. There we go. They control that part of the map, basically. Oh. It's just some hungry bandits that woke up. They'll be down in a second. We don't even take damage from them anymore, unless we're in a big group. I think that was Daisy doing 76 damage. Yeah, Daisy's a real hard hitter. But anyway, we've got Bark over here, Shobatai, Heft, Stoat, Hang. They really control this side of the map, and I do want to go there eventually. They've got slave markets. You can buy people there. You can trade them in for bounties, and then they'll get sold into slavery and stuff. You can also end up in slavery. I don't recommend it for, well, obvious reasons. Interesting lands with their own dangers. After all, if you believe that these deserts are empty of life, you've got another thing waiting for you. But I'm sure we'll encounter that at some point. Not now, though. Now, we're going to journey into the swamps, which leads us to our second map. Boom. Not a lot of stuff here. We learn about a swamp village over here, another swamp village over there, and the main attraction, Shark. We'll probably be heading there now. As you know, it's the one dry place in the middle of the darn swamp. And who knows what else we might find along the way. But the plan is to go to Shark, return to Squin, and start researching. Because Lord knows we're going to need it at some point. And finally, we've got the Tech Hunter notes. You can either pause the video now, or I'll just read them to you while we walk. Our expedition to establish a deep swamp outpost was a total failure. We just didn't come equipped with the right appropriate tech. It's no place for a simple outpost. There's no wind for the generators. Regular crops can't be grown. The damn raptors are bigger, meaner. Don't even get me started on the goddamn spiders. Signed, Zed. I don't know how the swampers survive in that place. Everything is trying to eat you or your supplies. It's only supposed to be a simple scouting run, so I took a bunch of rookies with us. Only 3 of them made it back. That way station saved our lives, I think. Signed, Anonymous. You better be good at carrying people, cause you're gonna be carrying most of your damn squad through the damn swamp with the friggin' blood spiders be biting at your heels. Don't leave any of your woundeds alone for 10 minutes or you're gonna come back to a pile of clothes and a goddamn empty sack of skin. Signed, Trep. So yes, there's probably some tech to be dug up somewhere in there, but I don't think it's worth it. Signed, Fish. And so we arrive, officially, according to the game pop-up, in the swamp. It's hard to see what's out there. It's hard to see whether your eyes are playing tricks. The foliage, thick. Are there moving giants? Oh, they're just tree limbs? We know there's blood spiders. There might be some other beasties out there. We don't know. But what's guaranteed is that there's going to be people there. No matter what race. They're going to be a massive pain. As they try to take what they think is theirs. While we try to keep what is most definitely ours. Visibility's terrible. Absolutely dreadful. Thankfully, we roughly know where we're going. That's a camp. I wonder if that's good or bad, people. The only way to find out is to have a closer look. Unfortunately, Daisy has now gotten into the habit of messing up my pathfinding. Because of the speed we're running on. Which unfortunately means that occasionally she bumps into me and we go off course for a while. What kind of camp do we have here? Dust bandits. Right. I saw a blinky light. Someone had a blinky light, I think. Dust bandit camp 4. We can go around it. Will take a while. Screw it, why not? There's a swamp village over there, we'll check that out. Running at the speed of... There's definitely someone seeing us somewhere. Yep, there he is. I don't tend to stick to formation very nicely when someone spots them. Probably for the best, honestly. I think we might want to pull back a little bit. I don't want to take a fight right here, right now. You okay, buddy? He's got inaccuracy. It's way up there, so at least we've got that going for us. His friends are chasing us. No windows. I do not want to update right now. So annoying. So unsolicited. Right. Let's keep moving a bit further back. If we draw them away from their friends, we're going to be fine. You know, we can probably take them regardless. But let's not take the chance. We've heard there are nasties out here. I don't think we need to prove it. Not that badly, anyway. Oof. That one just dealt a big blow to us. But at the same time... Yeah. We are pretty darn good right now. And that bowman's getting his butt kicked. Oh, look at Tasha charging in! Yeah! Shoddy. We'll take your stuff, why not? If we can get to a town, we'll sell it. We'll get some money. Took minor injuries. They are bleeding out and dying and history. Which is nice. We'll quickly medic up and then we'll keep going. Yeah. We'll keep marching. If interesting stuff pops up, I will let you know. It did not take long for interesting stuff to pop up. We have some swamp ninjas here making trouble for the dust bandits. There we go, look at that. Look at that blocking speed. Unfortunately for him, it's not good enough. They're in a bit of trouble now, and I don't think they've seen us, which is good. So we're just going to stay out of sight and keep moving on. I'd love to have a look at his gear, but I don't think we can get close enough, really. Oh well. I'm sure we'll find another one at some point. That'll get killed by like the blood spiders or something. So, how about a trip to the famous dancing skeleton while we're in the swamps? All this travel's made me thirsty for a good rum. Apparently, the dancing skeleton's a bar. You can celebrate it with a rum once we've made it through the swamp ninjas and monsters lurking in the vines. Oh yeah, there's going to be plenty of that. There's going to be plenty of that. Although we are coming up on the first high village. Swamp village. Monsters. Huh. Sounds like a challenge. My sword is waiting. Ruka there. Shit, you're always so tense. You know what? Whatever you Shek warriors are on, I want some of it. Oh, that's a thing that's moving. That's a swamp turtle. Apparently. First time I've seen one of those before. Ooh. It's got long legs as well. Cool. I like it. That's cool. Wonder how much meat it has. It's only got 100 hit points. It's barely an adult. Park the bus. You move at what? Snail pace? I've got me an idea. It's a stupid idea. So we're gonna do it. Aw, it barely does anything. Aw. I kind of feel bad now. But at the same time, it's good practice. I just hope it doesn't have a mummy waiting. That would be bad. Look at the poor thing, it has no idea what to do. Aww. She's getting shot over and over, which is good practice for Mr. Bard over here. Getting up to 29-49. Still missing plenty. Poor thing. It's probably not even going to give us a ton of meat, which is the problem. But like I said, practice makes perfect, and we do need a bit of practice. Well, here's the feeling bad. Oh, it's 14 meat. Okay. Yoink. Cancel feeling bad. Christmas has come early. Good stuff. See, we're already expert, like, swamp survivors. And the village is right up ahead. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just hope they're not going to be mad. You know, the odds are about 50-50. We've seen the wildlife here. Dust bandits. Uncaring little turtles, I suppose. Oh, hello. Look at you. I do like the style of the swampers. Swampers, how fitting. Hi, you guys look cool. Any of you talk? No? Okay. I'm just gonna go in then. Disassemble the caravan, because we don't really need to be following one another. Meanwhile, Shrike and Beep are just sitting in the tavern. There's a mounted crossbow there. Well, keep on the lookout, mate. Maybe in a couple days. Is there any place here to check out? I don't see any stores. Oh, we can hold shift, and there's the travel store. Alright, let's have a word. Many words. Most of them will be ka-ching. If it's up to me, anyway. Looking for something? Actually, yes, I am. Ooh, you've got things. I like things. You've got a rice weed. You're selling with a discount. Interesting. Square goggles. The goggles. They do nothing. Ooh, high quality red bandana. Used to give a bit of combat skill, those bandanas, because you'd be crazy to wear them. Now, sadly, not anymore. Good rice balls, though. Ooh. Those are alright. Easy to make. Gohan? Oh, Gohan at a discount? Yes, count me in. Hi, would you like stolen goods? They're liberated, you see, from the, There we go. Get some Gohan. Got them from the Dust Bandits for free. Iron hat, rattan hat. A lot of acid protection stuff here. As well as a decent helmet. for, you know, well-equipped people in the skills department. Cabbage's basket? To be honest, I'm half tempted. I do like the look of them when people wear them. Dried fish, horribly overpriced. We could cook with the rice weed if we bring it, but that would require us bringing it, and I don't really feel like that. Well, I'm gonna get a tricorn. I'm feeling adventurous. I do like the look of that hat. And yeah, we're gonna be setting up some stuff here, having a look around, then we'll be continuing our travels. It's been nice to have a semblance of a road for a while, but unfortunately, that road leads to safety. And safety's not what we're after. So, we're now over here. We took a trek down here. There's a road, it's mostly safe. Sticking to the outside of the swamp is definitely the safer way to life. But it does... Yeah, there you go. The open road has its perks, but I need action. Leader, when is our next battle? That's a good question. Who's the Czech talking to? Oh no. I don't know. You? Just focus on navigating. I'm not the leader, don't look at me. Guys, I'm right here. Well, who is the leader? Then I will lead. I shall lead us to glory and doom. Oh dear. Led by an unhorned? Never. Oh, insult. This unhorned will be the one to feed you your own boot. Oh man. Rook is getting the verbal slapdown. Challenge accepted. Cut it out, both of you. That's not where we want to go. That's safety. That's foolish. It's taking a while, though. I think we... Oh, hello. Is that food? I think that's food, yep. Bard. Go for it, buddy. I apologize for the wildlife, but you do look delicious. Oh, is it fighting? It's fighting, I think. Yeah. Right, go for it. Yep, it's fighting back. It's coming straight for us. Aww. Oh, there we go. There's food. There we go. I made it swift, at least. A lot swifter, yet more painful than what the other one got. Well, that's medicing done. Right. I think we'll call it here for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm having a ton of fun getting to show you all the ins and outs of Kenshi, one episode at a time. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and perhaps a comment down below as well. Really helps the channel, and I do appreciate it a ton. It's been nice to see that you guys have been enjoying this series as much as I have. I hope that continues. Until next time, have a good one, folks.